What's going on, Ken Foles? Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Key to the City podcast. It's your Ken Folk on it, man. I appreciate y'all tuning in for another week. Thank you for everybody that's been supporting, liking, sharing, commenting, whatever you've been doing to spread the word. I sure appreciate it. And hey, every week I'm gonna try to keep hitting you in your head with quality content, quality guests. Shout out to my last guest for episode 15. We had the Queen Crystal Beecham on. Y'all check her out, man. She is the head of damn, I'm having a brain fart, but it's Student Athletes United. I'm sorry, Queen. SAU, Student Athletes United. And basically, she teaches them how to start entrepreneurial ventures while they're still in school, and give them advice and resources with skills to help them along the way. So, and also, if y'all see me coming at different angles or me looking off, that's because we had some technical difficulties earlier. But being the Black Kings that we is, we found our way around it. You dig that? And speaking of kings and tech issues, I got somebody on my line in the city with us today that's going to probably help me out in the future with those issues. This guy right here been doing this thing in the city for a minute. And not only can he help us with tech issues, he can rap, make a beat, cook some meat. And that's really what we're going to talk about. The grill master techniques. Oh, that's a rhyme. He can rap, make a beat, cook some meat. Let's find out about them grill master techniques. Oh,
just came up one already. It's perfect.
What were that? 4 bars? Something like that. So without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and y'all feel free to comment. We post your comment up here depending on what you're talking about. But without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the city. My Ken Folk. Eddie Wright. What's going on, bros?
What's going on, man? How you doing, man? It's your boy Eddie Wright, aka the CEO of the Middleman Mafia. I am back. I never left, of course. I just backed off into the shadows so you wouldn't see me, but you would always know I was there. And we're here visually tonight on Key to the City with Kim Folk.
Already, what's Middleman Mafia?
Well, the Middleman Mafia is something that myself, Yayo, you guys may know him by Chris Mabry, the Southern Soul P. Diddy of the city. We did this organization that it's kind of like a closed door type of thing. We spawned it years ago back when I was real heavy into the industry. And myself, along with a few other people, we were the guys, drama included, like when you needed anything, whether it was beats, studio time, insight, consulting, whatever you needed, we were the guys that were responsible or in the middle of making so many different things happen. And of course, you know how it goes with middleman. You don't get any of the credit, but in the background, everybody knows who you are, knows what your position is and how you made everything happen. So that's kind of like what it is and what it's spawned from.
So before we even get to you being a jack of all trades, like, where does all this ambition come from, man? This creativity built in you at a young age, or what?
Yeah, most definitely. Single parent household. Grew up in a lower middle class home. Wanted so many things as a young child, but was unable to attain those because of a one parent income. So that initially built hunger. So from the hunger came everything else. And it was just became jack of all trades. Most people never. What's going on, Courtney? Man, how you doing? Most people, it's a rarity for people to say they've never worked a day in their lives. I'm not saying that I haven't worked, but I've had the opportunity of striking oil. And when I say oil, I mean things that I've been very interested in, that have been immensely profitable to my lifestyle and my career over the years, several different times, to the point where now in the discipline of barbecue and barbecue culinary and competition, I still don't feel like I'm working. I'm enjoying what I'm doing every single day of my life. And that's just not an opportunity that a lot of people have, and I never take that for granted. So coming from a lower echelon family and wanting to participate and do certain things and not having the ability to instill that hunger and that drive, and from that drive, you get what you see here.
Facts. And I'm glad you said that. It definitely is a blessing for you to realize your passion so early in life. You know, that can be a lifelong task for people to figure that out. I know I've been through that, and for you to wake up every day, man, with purpose and not feel like you got to work, I think that's what we all searching for the most part. I say anyway.
Most definitely.
I feel like I'm almost there. the podcast kind of bring out my natural gifts, things like that. So,
but the thing about it that most people don't talk about when it comes to those things is just like the chase is part of the fuel to the fire. I think being able to be on that chase and within that race is what keeps you going. So it's not necessarily getting to the finish line is great, but it's like once you're there, it's kind of like lay back and be not say be bored, but it's kind of lay back and let everybody else get involved and watch it grow even more. But the most fun point and the most interior aspect of it is the chase. When you're hands-on, when you're waking up every day, you're in it, you're embedded in it, you're researching it. It's that one thing that's taking you 45 minutes to 3 hours to figure out, and you never know you lost that time.
Preach.
So that's the beautiful part about it, man.
Hell yeah. Boy. You know that tingly feeling that you get inside, and that was your favorite, dog.
Hey man, that's what it's all about.
So and I feel like all of your crafts, all of your skills, you're able to still mesh them all together whenever you want to at any time, from the music to the cooking. Hey, you can listen to music while you cook.
Yeah, most definitely.
But I want to know, like, on the music side, the music front, what type of producer are you?
I am more of when I came into music, East Coast music was real proficient. So my initial test tones and work ethic came within the market of learning the East Coast framework of music, the boom bap, and learning about the hardcore sampling elements of it and just growing it from there. Now, for me, it started there. It went through so many different renditions, running into so many people, meeting so many types of people. Rest in peace on my brother, Tombstone, aka Stone Patron. And it was just, it's just so many intertwining supplemental relationships that were built from that. But to answer the question, what was the question again? I'm sorry, I dove off a cliff somewhere.
We were mainly talking about what type of producer are you?
I'm more of a sample heavy producer. I like to take a lot of different things, whether it be country samples, rock samples, or something like that, and just bridge it into hip hop. And that's the fun part for me, for people to hear a top 10 record with a complete Southern drum pattern and melody over it. And it's just, I change it. Ear change.
Almost like a Kanye.
Almost like a Kanye, where Kanye did a lot of soul and a lot of R&B stuff. I'm heavy into just abstract stuff, sounds like scores, movie scores. It's just something about them, man. Like, you cannot reproduce certain energies that you get from a film score because it's not in a 4-bar or 8-bar repetition. It's an ongoing element of a score, so it's going to have its ups, its downs. It's going to take you somewhere. So when you take something like that and you break it down, it's like you can fulfill a record, and it's crazy. But that's more on a long game. Most people don't like, or I won't say don't like, but most people don't choose to have the long game element of production. They want the short game, a quick sample, a quick bar here or there, and they want to get right to it. So I'm able to do that too, but I enlist the help of great gentlemen who have always been around me. A gentleman by the name of Tracks on Deck. ATL, he's born and birthed here in Jackson, Mississippi, but he's in Atlanta right now. My homeboy, Alumni Beats. My homeboy, Grammy-nominated producer, Got Coke. Again, Stone Patron, drummer, Yayo, Danshay. There's so many guys that I've come across that, it's been the bridging of ideas and thought processes. It's never about, am I better than you? It's like, hey, I like what you did. I was that guy that was always in the crowd. Like, I'm not trying to be better than you. I'm trying to bridge with you and see what I can get from you. Yeah. Because it's about learning everything at the end of the day. Even at my highest point, I was still trying to source people who I could put myself around that would continue to make me grow.
Mm-hmm. Are you self-taught in all these skills?
Yes, I am self-taught. I never took a music class a day. I never took a music class a day in my life.
What?
That's the crazy part about it, man. I never took a music class a day in my life, but that's just how that's how my crazy work. I'm a hands-on guy. I was taught at a very young age. These two things right here that you see on the screen, they can either help you or hurt you. They can either get you a lot of money or they can put you in a dark place that you don't want to be. So I chose to help use these tools in my brain to help me get somewhere. I learned a long time ago that when I can touch and I can watch things, that's my learning style. That's how I learn best. So when I'm watching people do stuff, I'm taking notes and I'm learning, and my brain's programmed. And all I got to do is use these and go back and reproduce it. It may not be perfect the first time, but I don't mind investing 10, 15, 20, 30 hours to get to a base standard of what that is. So that's been where all of this came from. And that's my learning style and how I got to where I am now.
Who are some of your favorite artists from the city?
Ooh, man. Hold on.
I know it's hard to pick, and I'm not asking you to do a top 5 because
no, I wouldn't dare do a top 5, man. It's been so many influential guys that I've come across that have been a part of my career and who I've been a part of their careers. It's just been a lot of fun. I had fun making music. I will not lie. I miss the industry, but I don't miss the industry, if you kind of understand what I'm saying. But if I had to put it, just some of my favorites, the Queen Boys, of course, QB Bands, Bra, Boo Racine, and Skrilla Boy. I go back with those guys a very long way. Then you got myself. The whole Trackstar fam was very influential, very good guys. Yo, when he was doing this thing, Recognition. Then you got the guys of the past 10, 15, Coke, Savvy, Gutter, Tricky LT45. You got Tank out of Presidential Hills. You got Big A. You got Silas. You got you got it's so many people who I've come across, and all these people have either been to my studio, have been within my presence, or have outsourced music to me. So it's not like I haven't been involved in some aspect. Like I said, even from the consultant side, you got DJ Kool-Aid, DJ Silas, DJ Nasty Show, DJ Cujo, DJ Joe Nasty, DJ Unpredictable, DJ Finesse, the big homie, Super Salute Finesse in the time. Like I could be here all day just naming names. Yeah. I'll just say that alone because I've been that enthralled within the history of Mississippi music, but I don't beat a drum about it, which is what a lot of people don't see me do. When you see me, if you're in it, you know what I've done. So I don't necessarily have to beat that drum. You know what I do. And even though I'm in the shadows right now, I'm not done with it. I'm just kind of waiting for something to give me interest before I go back in. And I'm playing patient.
Right. And bro, just by you naming all them people just made me realize how much talent it is in the city, man. I think we need some type of documentary or film that can tell that story.
Yeah.
Even Mellow T them.
Children Cornbread, most definitely, man.
You know that
I didn't even shout out my guys on the coast. Shouts out to U2DK, Ecclesi, Baby Boy, all the way up in the Delta. My homeboy, Whoa, Kool-Aid's from up there. Needle in a Haystack, China Boy, Trigger the Hunt. Man, look, I could be here all day. I could literally be here all day going through the catalog of people who I have been a part of. So it's just been, it was fun for me. It was so much fun.
Last thing on the music tip, you still got some tracks out here I can find?
You'd have to dig. I still get a nice publishing check, but you'd have to dig.
Okay.
They're on. You can find them on some streaming sites, Pandora mostly. Got some cats who I've executive produced. My last project executive produced was by a gentleman by the name of Vicious. His project still out there on streaming platforms, but you got to dig around. But I still got some stuff out there, just hanging out.
I'm gonna have to find some. Shout out my boy Low Gutter. I saw you out there. All right, man. Let's talk about this food, this meat.
Let's go. What you got?
You like to eat, I'm guessing.
Yes, I do. I don't think the camera does me any justice on how you can see it, but yes, 6'4", 295 pounds. Yes, I love to eat.
I got a partner that's a chef as well. His name is Lorenzo Wesley. I don't know if you know him, Chef Sonny, but
okay.
Anyway, he said basically how he got into cooking is, he was hungry and he was, and wasn't nobody make him nothing to eat, so he had to be creative with the meals that he put together. What created that passion for you to really like, I might have a skill in this. I'm going to take this serious because it ain't just grilling with you, right?
Right. It's not just grilling. Being around entertainment, of course, anytime you're doing parties, you have to provide people with the VIP experience, and hanging around a lot of the guys I've hung around, social gatherings were a thing of the norm. And anytime there were social gatherings, it was myself and quite a few other people doing the cooking. It was none for Benz to call and be like, "Hey, bro, pull up, get a grab, pick file, let's throw some on the grill." And that's how we socialized. That's how we broke down the issues of the week or the issues of the quarter and got over it and got better. And we did it over food. So coming from that through to where it is now, it was just traction and trajectory. Again, if you've known what's going on, BJ, how you doing? If you've known me for this amount of time, I've been into food my entire life. I did Seafood Fest years ago, like 3 times, and it was started off as just a small gathering, and it turned into something really huge. When Dreams Jackson was still available, I did the last big Seafood Fest, and it was just it was kick ass. So tracking through that, food was always a great relationship builder and therapy for me. So when I step into a kitchen, or when I step behind a pit, or I step into a trailer, it's me letting go of all of my issues, all of my stresses, and putting that into conforming a pleasant dish to where I can put either a smile on someone's face or a different experience within their heart. And that's where it kind of...
You got a favorite dish?
Believe it or not, I have. My guilty pleasure is the one dish that I make every week that I sometimes take a little bit off the top. It is called a smoked tater tot casserole. If you love carbs, this dish is for you, good sir. And it is my favorite dish at this moment. If I had to put second, it would be my smoked lamb lollipops. And those are just 2 of those dishes that it's just like every time I make them, I'm extremely happy about them. I can't wait to see people's reactions.
You said lamb lollipops?
Yeah, lamb lollipops. We'll take a break it down into the lollipop bones, and we just sell them. People add them as a topper to whatever dish they get, whether it's a small wing plate or a rear border, and it's a good time. But it works out.
Chops at Outback.
Say what?
I bet you killing them lamb chops at Outback.
I don't know, man, but I would love for you to taste and let me know if I am, because I kind of feel like I'm feel like I'm in a good space right now.
Bro, I want to do so much business with you, man. I ain't gonna say everything while we live, because people might steal my ideas. But while you talking, I got shit running through my head just like that. No problem. You got a particular style when it comes to your cooking? G. Garvin type cat?
Not really. I'm more of a if I had to put a style to it, and it's probably the wrong style to put to it, I just like the ring of it, I would call it gastro barbecue. And I say that because I wouldn't say Mississippi tradition, but metro area traditional barbecue has always been about sauce. You want to get, whether you get tips or slabs or wings, you want to get sauce on the fries. That's fine. But for what I do, my form, which is smoking meat, it's a longer process. It's more tedious. The seasonings are more important to that process. Not saying they're not important to just grilling style of barbecue, but it's more of a heartfelt process. There's a lot more love that goes into smoking the meat, where you don't really want people to just dress it up with sauce all the time. So my main go-to slogan is all smoke, no sauce. Because there's a difference from pecan smoke to mesquite smoke to maple smoke to apple smoke, and you don't put it on everything. You got to know where to divide it, where you need to lay your ribs. You got to know the precision. You got to know the recipe to get you the end result that you want to get you the result that you want to get on people's faces or in the comment box, and keep people coming back.
That boy the Bubba Gump with this shit.
Not even close, man. I don't have a plaque to my name yet, but I'm working on it. I'm competitive barbecue. I'm really working on honing that, because it is a very different type of discipline, and I'm all about that. But on the consumer level, I'm okay. I'm not where I want to be. People say I'm good, and I appreciate that, but I still feel like there's a lot further I'm able to go on a consumer level to give people even more, and that's what I'm pushing for right now.
You have your own signature seasons and sauces?
Believe it or not, Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, who are about to give you an exclusive here on Key to the City podcast.
There it is.
Now, pay no attention to the label, but in this beautiful bottle right here is something that we have been working on for about 2 weeks. It does not have a name. It just has a number. This is 1 Delta or 1D in regular people terms, meaning we've been through 3 different renditions. This is the 4th. We are playing around right now. We are working on something that we think we can make extra special. So it's not finished just yet, but we are outsourcing small samples to people who cook and who grill so we can know how they feel about the product, because I don't just want to make a product that I like. I want to make a product that people across the board are going to enjoy cooking with. So this 1D currently is what I have that is currently right now on the test board, and we are working on it. So to answer your question, yes, we are working on a signature, working on our first rub. I wouldn't say signature. It'll be our first rub, and once it's approved, once we finish it, it'll be the base of a lot of the cooks that we do here at Eddie Wright Barbecue.
So because it doesn't have a name, and we're calling it 1D right now, it's pretty much a prototype. Did I just get an exclusive?
You did just get an exclusive. Keith just got an exclusive. What's going on, Bo? How you doing, good sir? Shouts out to my guy Bo Allen Rogo. Shouts out to my guy BJ Sims. There's a lot of people that's watching the chat. I really appreciate you guys, man.
Mookie.
They have been very influential into what I have going on, man. And it's nothing like doing what you love to do, but it's nothing like having people behind you that push you forward and give you that extra gas in the tank when you're feeling a little low. And I've had times like that. And shouts out to BJ, Jonathan Hudson, Tracy Hobson, Bonita Alexander, Bo Rogel, Rob Benson, Percy Donaldson, Thecka Jones, Venom. So many. Huge shout out to DJ Young Venom and Offbeat, because of them, I'm in this position where I am now. This started initially as doing the Red Cup kickback that we used to do when outside was really open. And Venom gave me the opportunity to come down, cook a little bit on the grill, serve some food, give people a different type of experience by having something. He already had a great thing going with Red Cup Kickback, and I really enjoyed it. And he opened this door to me, and I 1,000% appreciate him for it, because from that, this is what I am basically at. And it's just been, the past 2 years have been completely insane as far as traction and being, you know how people say you're doing your best work when you don't feel like you're in control. Yeah. I'm at that point. I don't feel like I'm in control whatsoever, but I'm enjoying every moment of it, and I'm enjoying where it's taking me. So shouts out to, and I know I'm forgetting some people, but shouts out to everybody who has been helping me and giving me those extra quarter tanks of gas when I get low, because I really appreciate it.
Respect. Yeah, it's very important to have those people that put that battery in your back.
Yes, sir.
Before I get into more on the food, I wanted to hit you with you got your own food show, right?
Yeah, we do a food show called Food Fight we do it bi-weekly right now. So yeah, we do Food Fight. Food Fight's really fun. We talk about food. We talk about the quirky things about food that people may like and dislike, how you like to eat steaks. I know the first couple of episodes were about Rice Krispies and whether people like marshmallow or peanut butter. And believe it or not, those things are funny and they're entertaining.
That's a good ass question, boy.
Yeah, and I'm a team peanut butter type of guy. I don't fool with marshmallows in my Rice Krispies. My lunch lady made me peanut butter Rice Krispies, and my lunch lady is not a liar. Thank you very much. So that's what Food Fight is all about. It's about simple things like that and just making it fun and talking about the quirkiness of food. We all have food quirkiness and addictions that we don't always openly discuss, but sometimes we may discuss it when it's put on the table in a different type of format. And that's what Food Fight's all about.
So would it be like slimy okra versus fried okra?
Yes, it will. And I don't eat okra, period. You know why? Because my family's from Lexington, Mississippi, and my mom grew up sharecropping with my grandma and 16 kids, and they put okra in everything. And for so many years, I got so sick of seeing okra in my food to the point where now I don't put it in nothing.
Yeah.
I cannot stand it. I love my mama to death, but she made me hate okra because the sliminess of it. And let me tell you, I got a good story about that. One night,
bring it on.
After a very long studio session, you know, it's late night, you've been drinking, cups up for those of you who have been. You stop by your local pop and shop, which would probably be a Church's chicken or a very greasy burger. Mine was a Church chicken this time. It's like, give me a 2-piece, give me some fries. For some reason, this night, they gave me okra. It was fried okra. I got my order, driving down Mega Everest back to the house. I had to eat probably 3 to 5 of these before I realized these are not French fries. This is extremely gross, but I was enjoying it. I immediately flung them out of the window and commenced to eating the greasy chicken. So they were the only successful people able to trick me into eating fried okra. Shouts out to the Churches on Mega Everest Boulevard.
Churches, I can't lie, I eat that okra too. I think it's the skin that's on the outside of it.
I don't know what they fried in. I'm pretty sure they fried in the same batter as the chicken, but it tasted like the chicken and fries. It was just like, oh, this feels like home. And I thought about it, I was like, that was a seed. Ain't no seeds in French fries. What is this? And I looked in the bag and it was brown. I was like, oh, this is okra. They got me.
Gotcha, boy.
Yeah, I immediately flung that out of there. So yeah, we don't do okra, not fried okra.
Now you
Derek Townsend, what's going on, sir? He says been rocking with me since the Red Cup days.
Shout out, Derek.
To pull up and set up. Hey man, I appreciate it, man. Derek, appreciate you, bro. I'm sorry to cut you off, man. Go ahead.
Fat boy shit.
Yeah.
You got your own food truck?
Yes, I have it's not a truck, but it is a food trailer. This is and it's I'm a colorful type of guy. I name things when I get involved in it. So my food trailer is called Stormtrooper. I like Star Wars. I'm not a Star Wars junkie. I just like it. Stormtroopers were some of the coolest things I ever saw in my life when I watched Star Wars as a kid. So I was like, fuck it. I got a white trailer, black letters, fucking Stormtrooper. So I have Stormtroopers, an 8.5 foot wide by 20 foot long trailer, 10 foot enclosed, 10 foot porch. It is a very unique trailer that I was lucky enough to be able to attain. And here's a story about that. Before I acquired that trailer, I was kind of looking around, and for guys who know anything about barbecue, there's a gentleman named Mo Kason out of I think he's out of the Midwest. There's a gentleman here by the name of Jeff Jones who owns a seasoning company called Jonesy Q. He has one of Mo Kason's old trailer. Mo Kason's a very popular black guy on the barbecue circuit. He's been on TV quite a few different times. He's very popular. He has this whole trailer, and I really wanted that trailer. It has a lot of nostalgia behind it, and it would be like, what's some more of an insight? It's like, hey, I'm cooking on Mo Kason's first trailer, one of his first trailers. It was pretty awesome. Long story short, we couldn't come to grips on a price, so I ended up outsourcing that from a guy in Laurel, Mississippi. And when I tell you, Stormtrooper is one of the most unique trailers you will see out here serving food. I cannot lie. Every time people walk up to it, they say, hey, I like this. It literally stands out. And because of what I have on the back of it, it looks like, in my opinion, it looks fulfilled. It looks like something where it's some great cooking going on. And it is.
I asked that question because I got like a partner of mine and other people that have inquired about how to purchase their own food truck, what's the process behind it, or trailer. And, so I always try to gather information for them or take advantage of the whatever they do downtown with all the food trucks and the trailers. And
I have not. Previously, here's a little more insight. Before I got to where I am now, I was mid-shift. And when I say mid-shift, I was moonlighting. Moonlighting is basically when you're working after hours. I was a barbecue enthusiast, so I was cooking on weekends and serving food and slabs on weekends. So I was going into this sport to be just a hobby, just to kind of keep me busy and help me kind of spread my wings. Right. Previously, I was into cybersecurity. That was my career field, doing a cybersecurity analyst. When COVID-19 hit, I was furloughed from my job and eventually laid off. So when I was furloughed, I was lucky enough to have everything I had within Stormtrooper to be able to turn everything on to 100% and just go crazy. And that's kind of where I got to where I am now. It was I wouldn't say by luck, but it was about survival. I was laid off from a job, no income coming in. Of course, we have our emergency savings, but you don't want to go into emergency savings unless it's an emergency. So I turned it on to 100%. I got real crazy. I made some really big risk, and they are most definitely, they have paid off twice fold. And again, it just, decisions like that have to be made at a moment's notice. You never know when you're going to have to make that, I got to go ahead and step out on faith and make something happen type of decision. And I'm not that normal type of guy trying to be in control of everything because I'm prior military and I like to be in control of stuff. But this is one of those things where, again, I don't feel like I'm in control and it's just taking me for a ride. And I'm just kind of I'm doing what it tells me to do and what people are just kind of organically sourcing to me. So, and that goes, and that's what a lot of people don't understand. That's why I say my barbecue is gastro. It's not so traditional to whereas I'm not going to try anything. I'll smoke turkey legs one week and I'll turn around and I'll smoke you some salmon. I'll smoke some tater tot casserole and I'll turn around and smoke you some lamb, because it's about the food and it's about what people would like to enjoy from a smoke presentation. So who am I to try and force food down your throat? I'd much rather try and figure out what you like and design you something, because it may be more people like you, to design you something that you may enjoy and just take it from there. And that's kind of been how it is for me, man.
Respect. Boy, you like a guru on this barbecue shit.
No, man, I'm no guru. Chevy Fish, what's going on, sir? How you doing, man? Shout out to the guys up there. I forgot to mention UGRR, my guy Camden up in the Delta, Chevy up in Stark, Vegas, in the Columbus area, man. Look, I'm forgetting people. I'm so sorry. Please do not hold it. Judge the alcohol, not me.
There it is.
I'm having a good time. I don't get very many times to talk about so many things. So I want to say thank you for the opportunity to allow me to come on to the podcast, because I'm usually the guy bringing people into a podcast to ask people about them and go through the same type of rigmarole. So it's not often I get to tell my story. Even as a entertainer in the entertainment industry, we never celebrated 1-year anniversary, 10-year anniversaries, or anything of that nature. People just knew that we were around and we were doing work. That was just our brand. Work hard.
Well, I want you to repay the favor, man. I can come on your show and try some ribs or a rack of lamb.
Hey, man, look here.
And give a live review.
I'm most definitely for that. I have to smoke a whole chicken, jerk style, and I would love to have somebody do a live review on it. So can we right now lock Key to the City in for a food review of a whole smoked jerk chicken from Eddie Wright Barbecue?
Done deal. Say less.
That's what I like.
Key to the City podcast. We got my kinfolk Eddie Wright in this thing. Just a few more questions, man. Damn good conversation. Eddie Wright's Barbecue. We already know you cook. What type of services do you offer? Is it by plate? You cater? Talk to us.
We do it all. We cater. We do lunch plates. Right now, we're kind of still filling out the situation to where we need to go next. I know outside is not going to fully open anytime soon, so we're probably going to get out here and do some nighttime service. Majority of the time, we've been early afternoon lunch service, and we're normally done by 3, 4, 5 o'clock. My style of how I would like to organize this, if you know anything about barbecue or you know anything about food, you've heard of Franklin's Barbecue in Austin, Texas. Franklin's Barbecue, basically, you got to get in line about 10 o'clock, sometimes 6 a.m., and once it's gone, it's gone. There are other restaurants here locally that have that same nostalgia. I'm working on building my brand to have that same nostalgia, simply because I smoke meat, I don't grill, I don't deep fry anything. So everything takes multiple hours of time. So there's a lot of love and a lot of process within what we deliver. So once it's finished, shouts out to Benita Alexander screaming, set that lamb.
Set that lamb out. Woo.
So there's a lot that goes on within that process that we're not open from lunch to 10 o'clock type service. It's you set your order, or you know what's on the plate, what's on the table for today within the quantity, and we serve it and we're done, because it takes that long. Ribs 5 hours, wings 2.5 hours, lamb 1.5 hours. So if we're cooking all of that, we don't have time to go back in once it's all done and throw more on, because we're already tired from being up and lighting fires at 5 a.m. to make sure it's ready by noon for some people.
Facts. Woo, man, that's a whole process, cuz.
It is. It most definitely is. But that's why I like the discipline of smoked foods. It demands a certain respect when done properly, and it's most definitely time consuming, and it's a whole lot of love. And it shouts out to my guy Chevy.
That boy Chevy said he drive 2 hours when you say he got.
He did. I cannot lie. He most definitely did that on several occasions. He came by like, "Hey man, I'm paying for it now. I'm gonna be there Saturday. Just get to me when I get there." And that's kind of how my process works. You can kind of plan your food experience around your available time through our website. So you don't necessarily have to just wait in a line. You just have to place an order. If you just don't want to place an order, you're leaving your food option up to chance. Like on Wednesdays, we do Wing Wednesday every Wednesday, 75-cent wings. This Wednesday, we did 300 wings before 2 o'clock.
Damn.
On a smoke side. That's insane. And that was all. I had maybe 2 pre-orders. Everything else was just pull up. So I encourage people, use the website, www.ittightbbq.com. Don't let them get that. Chevy, we're not talking about the crab right now. We're going to talk about the crab later. We're going to talk about it later. ittightbbq.com. Go to the site, set your order up to where all you have to do is pull up and pick up, and it's very easy. A lot of people just like to pull up and just be like, "Hey, what you got left?" And I understand that that's part of an experience, and that's like what we enjoy doing that as well. So it's not just it's about providing, but I don't want people to be upset when we run out of food because some people use the website, some people exercise the option of pulling up. So you have to be able to understand what's going on, and yeah. We're working on some great things, man. You ever had smoked crab legs before, bro?
Smoked crab legs?
Mm-hmm.
Hell no, but it sounds like I need them in my life.
I encourage you to come see us sometime soon, sir. We may or may not. If you put,
I need to put in a special request or what?
No. We'll make it known when it's about to go down because we've had a lot of different requests about, hey, when you do it, let us know. So we most definitely know that people are waiting for a smoked crab leg session. So Seafood Fest 5 will be extremely fun, and it's going to be something that I look forward to most definitely doing. Hey, while everybody's here, if you got time, go to YouTube. Follow my YouTube page, www.ittightbbq.com. It's the website. On YouTube, it's Eddie Wright Barbecue Official. Eddie Wright BBQ Official. Give them the smoke. I'm giving them the smoke, Chevy. What you want
follow
me to do, man? Sometimes leftover debris is the best part. Yes, BJ, leftover debris is the best part. Brisket sandwiches are amazing. You'd be a blessing on folks with them ribs. I'm reading the comments in the comment section. I'm sorry.
I see it.
Not all of them pop up on the screen. We appreciate you guys tuning in. It's Key to the City podcast. I'm a guest. It's not my show, unfortunately. But hey, we're here.
Boy, you sound good.
Hey, man, this is what I do. It's not my first time being in media. I am a content creator. Man, I have a lot. Look here, man. I have a lot of irons in the fire. Shouts out to the Roundtable when we did the Roundtable podcast. Shouts out to Rob Benson. Shouts out to Percy Donaldson. Those guys was amazing when we were doing that. It was one of Jackson's first live cast podcasts, which was way before its time. But that's kind of how I've always been rolling. When I did music, everybody was really analog when I came back from North Carolina, and myself and Drummer at Track were one of the first 2 people to go to the digital domain with engineering. So I've always been ahead of the curve with a lot of different stuff. So I'm happy. I'm very happy to still be there and kind of want to stay there. Maurice Kendrick, what's going on, bro? How you doing?
Bro, I'm gonna be in touch with you, man, because I got so many questions, bro, about every damn thing. But before I let you go, I got a tech question. I want to get my tech.
Yeah, we haven't even touched the tech stuff, man. We've been talking about food and music. We haven't even touched the tech.
On the tech side, best way to get into tech, and my audience may want to know as well. This is where the whole world is going. The world is transitioning to tech. You need to at least know a little something about it. What's the best way to get in? I've been hearing the A+. I've been hearing.
Let me say this first and foremost. Technology has been here and will forever be here. I bet on technology almost 10 years ago, knowing what I know, knowing that everybody was going to be using computers more, knowing that data was going to be very important, knowing that all of this was going to be like it is. Now, it's very graduated from where it once was when I was in my thought process, but we are so hands-on and dependent on technology to whereas it makes no sense for man, woman, and child not to have some type of computer skill. So in that discipline and aspect, again, I'm self-taught in security, meaning I didn't go to school for security. My traction through the technology realm has been from working on car stereos and installing those all the way to installing computer systems on through where I am now being into cybersecurity. I've done from the grunt work to all the spit, shine, and polish work. So I'm one of the few people who can say I've basically really been dug into a lot of tech in the worst and best ways. Now, for those who are interested in getting in tech, A+ is a good starting point. It is a very good basis to get started. Unfortunately, we live in Mississippi where people value degrees more than they value experience and certifications. But with that being said, I do want to state to people how important certifications are in other areas of the world. A lot of these employers in other aspects of the world care about your certifications and your experience, not your degree. I've seen people get 6-figure and 7-figure jobs on having the right experience and degrees. Your 6-year-old knows more about your iPad than I do. He's in the right pocket,
Oh
Bo.
yeah,
Trust me. He's in the right pocket. So I cannot state how important it is to have your kids, if you have kids now, to dive deeper into technology. A+, some form of coding, simply because technology isn't going anywhere. If you need any digital banners in your business, you got to look, Chevy. We can't tell them all that. We can't.
Well, look, Eddie, would it make sense for someone to get the certification without the experience?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, then I should keep doing what I'm trying to do then.
Yes, most definitely. Only because where we are here, again, here in Mississippi, not the rest of the world, they value the 4-year and 2-year degree over the certification. But still, if you plan to travel and have other opportunities, what matters most is your expertise and your job. The degree is great, not to discount it, but nobody's spending $80,000 on a technology degree. I'm in cybersecurity. My boss who gave me my job literally had people come into his office and was asking questions. They had masters in cybersecurity and they could not answer the questions. So it makes no sense just to have a degree. My YouTube channel. Thank you, Bo. I appreciate that. Bo, honestly, your channel would be exactly where it is without me, man. I did a little work, but you still crank out tons of content. For those who don't know, Bo Allen Rogel is an amazing guy out of Brandon, across the reservoir. He has a very viral video that went super viral last year of him pulling Toyota Tundra out of a ditch with a Ford F-150. It's the thickest thing you ever seen in your life. Just Google just an XLT or Google Tundra versus Ford, and that shit will pop up. It's insane. But again, I've been so enthralled into so many people's lives where I feel like it's awesome, man, to be a part of somebody like that who was able to have a viral video, but not sure how he was getting paid, and to help him get his money, from the algorithm, from the YouTube situation. Like, these are the stories these are the experience and the stories that I have within my circle that most people will never have or understand. Now, back to the technology thing. Most importantly, the certification is important. The degree is important here, just the most important is the certification. But I want to continue to say the certification is more important, because as people spend less time getting $80,000, $100,000 of college debt, they will start eventually to turn their heads at people who have the experience. I've watched people who have no college degree go to Amazon, Seattle, and get 6-figure jobs. So do not let anybody tell you that this technology and the situation is not for people who do not have 4-year degree. You can be great without $100,000 of debt from college. You can be awesome. It's just up to the leaders and the business owners of Mississippi to stop gate holding people who don't have 4-year degrees and have experience. And that's exactly what's going on. So
I'm gonna ask you again, just so I'm clear. If I have no technical experience, no hands-on experience, but I'm smart enough to get certified. Is that still smart and accepting a job when I don't have any hands-on experience, but I know enough to pass the certification?
Yeah. People will take you at a help desk role at
Okay.
minimal, and that's just kind of like ground level. And from there, you can upgrade your situation. But with that, we're armed with that information and that experience and that certification on the side, you can outsource yourself and still be of help to people on the civilian side who need great information and great price point on computer service. That's the point where people don't understand. Even today in 2020 in central Mississippi, there are a handful of computer shops. And now building computers is back super important like it was in the late 90s. So if you're armed with that information already in hand, you're ready for war. But most people don't really know how to put all of these things together. So yeah, most definitely. If you have the certification, take the help desk job. It's only maybe 20, 30, 35 to 40 hours a week, but outsource yourself to a bigger and better situation for yourself and continue to grow. Never let one situation dictate you.
Man, y'all hear that? You done blessed me, man. You done blessed me this whole interview, brother. Woo!
Look, man, this has been fun. I want to come back. Can I come back?
Yeah, man, we got to get live, man, together.
So be the end. I had so much fun. I'm only on my second cup of Crown Apple and Coke. It's been great. We're doing a giveaway. If you guys are listening, smoked Sunday dinner, courtesy of Eddie Wright Barbecue. If you got $10 in your bank account, I need you to cash at me. Pick a number between 1 and 25. We put your number on the board. Saturday night, 8 o'clock. We spin the wheel. This is the spin the wheel function. You can't see it because my frame rate's slow on my webcam. We spin the wheel and we pick a winner. Who wouldn't want a half a brisket, 2 slabs of ribs, a pound of smoked sausage, 20 wings, large smoked tater tot casserole? If that isn't worth taking a $10 chance on having something amazing in your face on Sunday evening, then what is? This is what we're doing right now. Every week right now, we're building a barbecue blessing giveaway. This is a raffle, $10 in the cash app. Pick a number. We got maybe 9 slots left. It's filling up fast. And once we fill them up, we let them go. We don't take over the 25 right now because we know it's a lot and we don't want to make it so drawn out to where everybody don't feel like they have a chance. So at Eddie Wright, $ Eddie Wright Barbecue, if you would like to participate, $ Eddie Wright Barbecue, pick a number between 125. We do the drawing 8 o'clock Saturday night.
Drawing 8 o'clock Saturday night, man. Don't be late. Get you a plate. Why wait? You know the date.
It is. It is.
That's fake, man. Get you some steak. All right. So we got a few more comments in here. Everybody shouting out. Shout out to everybody, man, that engaged with us this evening.
Shouts out to Maurice Kendrick. My guy Cravens comes from Byram's to shop with me, man. Again, Benita Alexander, very close to my heart. That is the lady. Bo Allen Rogel, Chevy Fish, DJ Young Villain, Deca Jones. Shouts out to Ken Patterson. He probably doesn't want to hear it, but hey, he's the guy who laid out the graphics on Stormtrooper. He is responsible.
Shout out Ken Patterson.
Hey, man, it's a lot of people who pour into me. Like I'm okay, but there's a lot of people who pour energy, time, and effort into me, and I 1000% appreciate that. Shouts out to QB Benz in the Shack. Shouts out to my guy BJ at 4th Ave. Shouts out to TP. Shouts out to Stacks at Johnny T's Bistro. Shouts out to Name and Faces Lounge. My brother TP. Hey, man, all of these guys have been instrumental into everything I have going, and more people. I know I'm forgetting people. I know I am. I'm sorry.
It's all good. Y'all blame his mind, not his heart, man. He thinking about meat and technology right now. He can't
tomorrow, Friday, it's going down.
It's going down Friday. Y'all get in that raffle. Go follow his pages. Support him, buy a plate. Ask for some catering shit. Soon enough,
we do video work. We do technology consulting. Hey, you need cable on your Fire stick. We got that as well. Look here, man. We are here. We are here to deliver everything you may possibly need. What you got?
This is what I want to do, man. Eventually, and don't nobody steal my idea, or I will have your ass sought after. This is what I want to do. I want to do a live podcast with Eddie Wright's Barbecue.
Hey, man.
Artist and an audience. And
you want to do it live?
Live.
Okay, my thing is, don't threaten me with a good time, sir. Like, this is awesome what you have going on here with Key of the City, but we got some software that we've been holding on to for the past 2 years. It's just like, we can set this thing on fire if you really
Let's
want.
let it rip, man. Hey, I don't know what I'm doing.
Hey, we can light it on fire, son. Fire. Trust me. If you ever seen the Roguish Gen podcast and Thecka Jones, that is a direct result of Initiative Films Group and what we do behind the scenes. We've been able to master a format of broadcasting live and live broadcast strictly from a laptop device with the right software and the right requirements, man. It's been awesome. It's a lot more to this than what people understand. And we're able to kind of make this real interactive.
And I need some help with
I'm
all
looking
that.
forward to it. I'm here. Ask me whatever, bro. I'm here. I'm here. I want to be a part of any and everything everybody has going on. This is what I do. This is what I love to do.
I'm the same way, bro. Key to the City podcast, man. We sure appreciate y'all joining us.
Do we have any questions?
Any questions?
Do we have any questions in the chat?
Ask him now why you got that drink.
Ask him now why you have me. I'm here. Let me look at this.
Forever hold your peace.
If you forgot, just go buy some ribs and go and bless your soul. That's right, Chef. If you forgot anything that I said today, log on to EddieWrightBBQ.com. Order you an amazing slab of St. Louis style smoked slow ribs for lunch. It'll be good for you. You scroll up, see what I got going on.
It's gonna hit the spot, I'm sure.
Yeah, both definitely.
Shout out to everybody. You can definitely catch this episode on YouTube. It'll be posted shortly. If you're an audio person, you're driving to something, the podcast will be available tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. Y'all check it out. Woo! Key to the City podcast, man. Y'all give it up for my kinfolk, Eddie Wright. Eddie, it's only one way to do it, and that's right.
The right way.
For joining us this evening. Y'all go support him. Eddie Wright's Barbecue. I'm Yoni. It's Key to the City podcast. We out, man. Holla, King. Peace.
Holla.
Woo!